Now, as it's our first late kick-off programme, we've splashed the budget on a whole list of celebrity guests for you now. Gary Lineker, Alan Hansen, Howard Wilkinson, David O'Leary and Alistair McGowan. A lifelong fan celebrating his love of Leeds United in their glory days.
They wear white. They were one of the best teams in the world in the 1970s. Howard Wilkinson, David O'Leary, you know, as I say there, it's Leeds United. I was on a holiday in North Wales in 1970. I was 5 years old, I think. And we met this fantastic woman who was about 70, and she just took to me and I took to her, and it was like, an adopted grandmother. And she was called Mrs. Drury, and I was showing a basic interest in football, and then after the holiday my dad said, so you've got to pick a team to support, really. Who are you going to support? I went, Leeds. And I didn't know at that time they were the best team in the world. And was always grateful that Mrs. Drury wasn't born 12 miles down the road in Bradford.
To support. What a goal!
My favourite player was Peter Lorimer.
Spraying through to Lorimer. Jones coming in, number 2.
Lorimer was my hero. Watching the video though recently, I couldn't believe the understanding between Jones and Clark. And I think Mick Jones is frequently overlooked as a fantastic centre forward.
Clark's there, so do his Giles, and there's Gray. Clark! What a goal! What a goal!
I don't think you see those sort of double acts anymore up front. You know, with the squad system and rotation system, the personnel change so rapidly, and the simplicity of number 9 Jones and number 8 Clark and number 7 Lorimer. And it was beautiful, the patterns that they wove. You know, it was quite poetic watching it. I was moved.
Match of the day has 6 games, scintillating football and one of the best goal-keeping displays for quite some time.
Will they challenge for the Premiership title? Well, it's going to take a while, obviously, for them to get back onto a stable financial footing. But they've got the fan base and they've got the history, but breaking into the top 4 is not easy. But if they get a major injection of cash from somewhere, you know, some wealthy businessman, then who knows?
If they get the defence right, that's what it all boils down to. You got to get a spine through the team.
They made mistakes, but they were costly mistakes. But I do think that he was a great manager, O'Leary, and I'm very surprised that he's not in the game now and that he's not given the credit that he deserves for what he did at Leeds United and getting them back up there, you know, for the first time since the days of Howard Wilkinson, you know.
And, you know, if we're talking about Leeds, you have to ask what Howard would say, and, you know, he as well, I'm sure, would say this is a great club from a great city who deserve to be back, you know, if they keep, you know, a manager of the calibre of Simon Grayson at the football club.
Simon Grayson obviously did wonders with Blackpool, so I think he's the most stable and successful manager that they've had for a long time. They've relied on getting names, and I think that's always a mistake when you get someone who's maybe played for the club or somebody who's, you know, might have done something you know, like Dennis Wise when he was there. I just think that Grayson is a really good appointment. So if you want to do well, you got to keep hold of your good players. You can't be letting them go before they start to march up. Leeds United got to keep, you know, spirit together, keep the young players together. They've got it. Not get rid of them. That's the recipe for disaster. The only person who knows about recipes for disaster is Delia Smith.
Leeds United they're a big name and they deserve to be up there, and I think there's a sense of a great wrong that's been done to the club, and they need a great right to balance it out.
John, Leeds fan, you wore white. I'm sure he did you in the middle there. I heard a Scottish voice.
Did it have subtitles underneath it?
I needed them.
I tell you what, Scottish, Englishman, Irishman, very talented indeed. But it was good of Howard. I mean, I was in his office a good few times when he had problems or when I had problems, I can't remember.
Do you ever try to impersonate Howard?
Oh, you're joking. I would have got a slap across the chops off Howard if I had.
I love seeing that archive footage when we see the pitches. I know we talk about it all the time, but the pitches that the guys used to play, and you'd be kicked out of the league these days.
Yeah, I mean, the one there when Mick Jones was turning round, and I just saw the fullback, he just near enough fell on his backside. It was like dancing on ice, it was. But usually saying, nowadays, they wouldn't be allowed.